months, you know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving. All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They go play action here on 1st down.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Up the middle, here's Elliott.
And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Perkins. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 2nd down, Elliott.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw left side, there's London. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Second and 3.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll look to throw again.
Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He'll drop to throw.
Kyle Pitts,
his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Now for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw.
That's complete to McBride.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Looking to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. Back to throw here.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run good for 18 and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Back to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. James Robinson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone. At the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover it for so long. So maybe...
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into the hands of London. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes it to Ridley. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Got London on the slant. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Taking it right down Broadway. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Back to throw now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll try and throw for it here. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Check right. Ultra. Set.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Go ultra.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now back to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown! Janovich, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Richie Graham. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Right back to Pitts again. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Back to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles.
And my goodness, another interception. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really...
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 78 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Touchdown, Cardinals! Ezekiel Elliott from 21 yards away.
And the Cardinals are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Mevis is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
They're ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10, and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Let's go. Go set. Set cut.
Robinson on a give right side. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Into the hands of London. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball,
pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, man.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight